Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt the quiet pull of infinity? Take a slow, deep breath. Let your mind soften. The stars above are not simply points of light, they are the glowing fingerprints of time itself. Each one a whisper from billions of years ago, each one a note in the endless symphony of creation. Now, imagine yourself drifting. You are weightless, carried gently through the velvet fabric of space. No sound, no up or down, only the slow dance of light and shadow. You move past the familiar stars of our own galaxy, past the curve of the Milky Way, and into the deep unknown. Out here, distances lose meaning. A single blink, and you have crossed a million years. A single breath, and you drift between galaxies. And yet, there is no rush. The universe does not hurry. It simply is. As you float through this ocean of darkness, tiny islands of light shimmer in the distance. Galaxies spiraling, stretching, colliding, each one a home to billions of suns, planets, and dreams. But have you ever wondered? Where do they come from? How does something so vast, so filled with light and life, emerge from the quiet nothingness of the early cosmos? Close your eyes for a moment and picture it. Before galaxies, before stars, before time as we know it, there was silence. Not emptiness, but potential. A universe freshly born, expanding, cooling, settling into itself. In that silence, the seeds of everything we know were scattered. Tiny ripples in the cosmic sea, faint tremors of energy and matter drifting through the void. Imagine those ripples as soft waves spreading across a calm ocean. Some waves gently rise, others fall. Over time, gravity begins its quiet work, pulling, gathering, shaping. Atoms, the first whispers of matter, begin to cling together, and slowly, ever so slowly, light finds a place to rest. These early gatherings of dust and gas are the first sketches of galaxies to come. Take another deep breath. Feel the rhythm of the cosmos, slow, ancient, patient. Nothing in the universe happens in haste. Galaxies are born not in explosions, but in long, graceful spirals of time, each one a masterpiece painted by gravity's invisible hand. The Milky Way, our galactic home, began its own story this way. Nearly 13 billion years ago, small clouds of hydrogen and helium began to coalesce, pulled together by faint gravitational tugs. They formed the first stars, which lived, burned, and died, giving birth to heavier elements, the very materials that would one day form planets, oceans, and even you. Drifting through space now, you might see the faint glow of those first stars, ancient embers from a time before memory. They flicker softly, like fireflies scattered across eternity, each one telling a story of transformation from chaos to order, from darkness to light. And yet, even as galaxies form and stars ignite, the universe remains profoundly still. It's as if creation itself happens in a meditative rhythm, a cosmic breath, in and out, a balance between expansion and gravity, between chaos and calm. As you continue to drift, the galaxies around you become clearer. Some are elegant spirals, their arms sweeping gracefully through space. Others are elliptical, great golden orbs glowing softly in the cosmic night. Some are irregular, their shapes torn and stretched by invisible forces, the result of ancient collisions. Each one unique, each one alive in its own quiet way. Imagine listening to their movements, not with your ears, but with your soul, the soft hum of creation, the endless flow of energy and light. It's the music of the universe, not loud or dramatic, but serene and infinite. Now gently return to your breath. Inhale the stars, exhale the void. Feel how small you are, yet how connected, a single consciousness adrift in an ocean of galaxies. The same forces that built those distant worlds also shaped you. The atoms in your body were forged in ancient stars, carried across time and space until they found each other again. Here, now, you are part of this story. You are the universe, becoming aware of itself. As the first chapter of our cosmic journey comes to a close, let your mind rest in this quiet truth. Galaxies are not just objects in the night sky, they are living testaments to patience, balance, and timeless creation. Their stories are written not in words, but in light, slow, gentle, and eternal. Take one final deep breath. Feel the stillness within you mirror the stillness between the stars. You are drifting softly, endlessly through the cosmos. And somewhere, far away, another galaxy is being born. Let yourself float there for a while in the calm, luminous cradle of the universe. When you're ready, we'll continue, and together we'll explore how these grand islands of light came to be, how galaxies grow, merge, and evolve across the endless sea of time. But for now, the universe will wait. Chapter 2: The First Light. Take a slow, deep breath. Let it fill your lungs like starlight, filling the darkness. Just as you exhale, imagine the early universe, vast, silent, and soft, like the space between dreams. There was a time before the stars, before the galaxies, before light itself. In those first few 100,000 years after the birth of everything, the moment we call the Big Bang, the universe was a fog, thick, warm, and glowing faintly with the aftertaste of creation. It wasn't dark, not yet, but it wasn't light in the way we know it either. It was something in between, a gentle twilight that stretched forever. Drifting through that haze, there were no suns, no planets, no forms, only a sea of invisible particles, protons, electrons, photons, locked together in a shimmering dance too small for any eye to see. Each moment passed like the slow beating of a cosmic heart, and with each pulse, the universe expanded, cooled, and softened until one day, something miraculous happened. Take another deep breath. Picture that first sigh of freedom, the moment when light broke loose from matter. It was as though the universe itself had opened its eyes for the very first time. That light, ancient and endless, still lingers. It drifts all around you now, faint and cool. We call it the cosmic microwave background. It is the echo of that awakening, a whisper from every time you pause, every time you listen to the quiet. You can almost feel its warmth, the memory of creation itself. But even then, there were no galaxies yet, only the soft hum of potential. The universe was still simple, but within its simplicity lay the seeds of everything to come. Close your eyes and imagine small ripples spreading through this cosmic sea, tiny variations in density, some places ever so slightly thicker, others thinner. Those were the fingerprints of the future. Gravity, patient and silent, began to pull on those tiny differences. Slowly, atoms drifted toward one another, drawn by invisible threads. For hundreds of millions of years, these invisible clouds gathered, merged, and grew denser. They began to glow faintly with heat, though no light yet escaped. It was a time of quiet preparation, a time when the universe was still learning to shine. And then, the first stars were born. Imagine it. The first pinpricks of light piercing an ocean of darkness, tiny at first, flickering like candle flames in a boundless night. But each one was enormous, giants far greater than our own sun, burning bright and fast. They lived only briefly, but their brilliance changed everything. The first light was harsh, but it was holy. It swept away the cosmic fog, revealing the structure of space for the first time. Like dawn breaking after an eternal night, the universe was transformed. Those early stars began to cluster together, bound by gravity, drawn toward one another's warmth. In their shared orbits and collisions, the first galaxies took shape, small, irregular gatherings of stars, slowly finding their rhythm. Take a moment to breathe with that thought. Inhale the birth of light. Inhale the birth of light. Exhale the flow of time. Galaxies were not formed in a single act of creation. They were woven over billions of years. One star, one cloud, one collision at a time. And in each of those moments, the universe was learning how to build beauty from chaos. The first galaxies were faint, fragile, and small, like sparks in the void. But even from those humble beginnings, something extraordinary began to unfold. Gravity continued to pull these young galaxies together, merging them into larger and more complex systems. Each collision created waves of new stars, a cosmic recycling where old light gave birth to new. It's strange, isn't it? That something so calm, so magnificent, could arise from something so violent. Yet that's how the cosmos grows, through destruction, rebirth, and balance. Every galaxy you see in the night sky is the product of countless collisions, each one leaving behind a more refined shape, a more luminous soul. Now take another deep breath and feel yourself drifting once more. You're floating through one of those early galaxies. Stars burn like golden lanterns around you. Wisps of glowing gas curl and shimmer like mist. This is the first great age of light. You look out and see stars being born from clouds of hydrogen, dense knots collapsing inward, igniting like the soft strike of a match. You see others dying in bursts of color, scattering elements across the void. Carbon, oxygen, iron, the ingredients of worlds yet to come. And through it all, the galaxy spins, slowly, gracefully, like a dancer moving in infinite rhythm. No hurry, no sound, only the eternal flow of creation. Pause now. Let the silence between your thoughts mirror the silence of that ancient time. The same laws that shaped those first stars still guide the universe today. The same gravity that gathered the galaxies holds you here, in this very moment. The light you see when you gaze up tonight, it began there, in those first galaxies. It has traveled across unimaginable distances to reach you. It carries within it the story of everything, and as it touches your eyes, it becomes part of you. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are its continuation. You are its memory, given form and breath. Let that thought settle in your heart. The light that birthed the galaxies also burns quietly within you. Take one final gentle breath, and as you exhale, imagine drifting through that first age of starlight, a witness to the dawn of galaxies floating through the luminous calm of eternity. When you are ready, we'll move deeper still. In the next chapter, we'll journey into the heart of a galaxy to see how it grows, how it changes, and how in its vast silence, it tells the story of time itself. For now, rest in the glow of the first light. The universe is still humming, and you are still drifting through it slowly, peacefully, endlessly. Chapter 3: The Heart of a Galaxy. Take a deep breath. Feel the air move gently through you, like starlight flowing through space. As you exhale, imagine yourself gliding slowly into the glowing heart of a galaxy, a spiral of light. millions of suns whirling together in quiet harmony. You are weightless, surrounded by brilliance. Everywhere you look, stars drift like glowing embers carried by an invisible wind. You are entering a place where time moves differently, where each rotation takes hundreds of millions of years, yet every motion feels soft, patient, and deliberate. This is the soul of a galaxy, the center where gravity, light, and creation meet in an eternal embrace. Let your mind quiet as we drift closer. The light grows denser here, golds and blues, interwoven with threads of silver. Massive stars are hot and fierce, their radiation sculpting great clouds of dust into towers and ribbons that shimmer like silk. From those clouds, new stars are being born, infants of light, emerging from the darkness, glowing gently as they awaken. Take another breath. Feel the rhythm of the galaxy, a slow, steady pulse, a heartbeat that echoes across billions of stars. At the very center lies something extraordinary, something ancient and powerful, a supermassive black hole. Don't imagine it as a monster devouring light, but rather as a silent conductor of the galactic symphony. It does not roar or rage, it pulls with grace, shaping the dance of everything around it. Its gravity weaves the stars into their spiral arms, holding the galaxy together through time and change. Imagine hovering just above this mysterious center. You cannot see it directly. It hides behind a curtain of glowing gas and dust. But you can feel it, a deep stillness, a gravitational calm so strong it bends the very fabric of space. It is as though the universe itself is bowing inward, leaning toward this dark, quiet heart. And around it, light curves, streams of gas spiral inward like golden ribbons, accelerating, glowing brighter as they approach the event horizon. In that final moment before disappearing, they release incredible energy, flares of pure brilliance that illuminate the surrounding void. Take a slow breath, inhale the light, exhale the darkness. It is strange to think that from this place of utter silence, a region where nothing can escape, comes some of the brightest light in the universe. It's a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, creation continues. Now, drift outward again, away from the center, through the swirling arms that spiral like gentle waves. Here, the stars are calmer. Old red giants glow softly, their light like warm embers at the end of a long day. New blue stars sparkle nearby, hot and restless, burning their fuel in youthful brilliance. Each one lives, shines, and dies in its own time, adding its ashes to the great galactic sea. Galaxies breathe, you see. They are not static or fixed. They inhale, drawing in clouds of gas, gathering matter, forming stars. They exhale, sending out winds, radiation, and supernova remnants that drift into intergalactic space. Over billions of years, this cosmic breath keeps them alive, a balance between creation and dispersal, between order and chaos. Take another moment to breathe with it. Inhale as the galaxy gathers, exhale as it releases. Feel that rhythm within yourself, the same rhythm that moves through stars, planets, and even your own heart. Every star you see is connected by invisible threads of gravity. Those threads create the structure of the galaxy, spiral arms winding gracefully outward, clusters forming constellations of glowing dust. And as each star orbits the center, they never collide, never rush. They move in harmony, like dancers following an ancient choreography. Now imagine looking down upon this grand spiral from above. You see the full sweep of its arms, vast rivers of light curving outward for hundreds of thousands of light years. The stars seem frozen in a perfect pattern, but you know they are moving slowly, silently, each orbit taking longer than all of human history. And yet, even across those immense distances, everything remains connected. Gravity binds them, time guides them, the galaxy breathes as one. Let that image rest in your mind. A living organism made of stars, dust, and memory. Galaxies are the universe's great ecosystems, sustaining life, not just on planets, but in the balance between creation and destruction themselves. You are still drifting now, carried by the galactic wind. The stars grow dimmer as you move toward the outer edges. The light fades, and space stretches into darkness once more. Take a deep breath, and let the stillness return. Out here, at the rim of the galaxy, you can see its full beauty. The arms glowing faint late, the dark lanes of dust weaving through them like rivers of shadow. Beyond, other galaxies drift in the distance, each one a world unto itself, each one breathing in its own rhythm. And as you float there, you realize something profound. The heart of a galaxy, that quiet, powerful core, is not so different from your own. It is a center that holds, a gravity that gives shape to all that orbits around it. Within you, too, there is such a center, a still point of awareness, calm and steady amid the spiraling motions of life. Let yourself rest in that awareness now. The galaxy spins, you breathe, and everything moves in harmony. In the next chapter, we'll drift even farther beyond our home galaxy into the intergalactic deep to see how galaxies connect, collide, and weave together the great cosmic web. For now, stay here in this quiet space. The stars pulse gently around you. The galaxy hums a soft, eternal song, and you are part of its music. Chapter 4: Between Galaxies. Take a slow, quiet breath. Let the air move through you, soft and effortless, like the silent drift of light through space. Now imagine yourself gliding beyond the edges of a galaxy, past the last dim clusters of stars, past the fading clouds of gas and dust, into the deep, open sea that lies between galaxies. This is the intergalactic space, the vast invisible ocean that connects all things, the silent breath between one galaxy's song and the next. It is not empty, though it feels like it. It is filled with whispers, thin traces of gas, wandering atoms, and the faint, ancient light of galaxies, so far away that their glow arrives like the memory of a dream. As you drift here, the Milky Way behind you becomes a glowing disk in the distance, its spiral arms curling softly like a golden shell suspended in darkness. Turn slowly, you see others too. Andromeda, Triangulum, and countless smaller companions, each shining like a floating lantern on an endless black sea. Take another deep breath. You are between worlds now. You are drifting through the space that binds the universe together. The distance between galaxies is immense, millions of light years of quiet. If you could travel faster than light, it would still take you thousands of human lifetimes to cross from one to the next. And yet, in the grand stillness, gravity's invisible hand continues to reach across that darkness, pulling, shaping, connecting. It's a reminder that even the most distant things are never truly alone. Now picture the great cosmic web, the hidden structure of the universe. It stretches in every direction, vast filaments of galaxies woven together like glowing threads. At their intersections, clusters form, massive gatherings of galaxies bound by gravity. shining like jewels at the knots of a cosmic tapestry. The spaces between those filaments are dark and deep, immense voids, regions where galaxies are rare, where silence itself seems to live. You drift through one of these voids now. The stars have faded to pinpricks behind you. There is only the faint hum of cosmic radiation, the leftover echo of creation, and the quiet awareness of endlessness. Take another breath, slow and full. Feel how vast this space is, yet how peaceful it feels. The intergalactic void is not a place of loneliness, but of balance. It is the stillness between movements, the pause between heartbeats, the space that allows all creation to exist. Without the darkness, light would have no meaning. Without silence, the music of the cosmos would be lost. Now imagine galaxies not as isolated islands, but as notes in a grand cosmic symphony. Each one vibrates, moves, and interacts, sending ripples of gravity, streams of radiation, and clouds of gas flowing between them. Some collide, some merge, and others drift quietly apart, their destinies shaped by invisible threads of time. In the distance, you see two galaxies approaching each other, slowly, gracefully, a dance that will take billions of years to complete. Their outer arms already touch, like two fingertips brushing in the dark. As they draw closer, their shapes distort and twist, stars flung outward in long, luminous tails. Yet it is not chaos, it is choreography, a slow, beautiful merging guided by gravity's patient rhythm. Take a breath and imagine the silence of that moment. Two galaxies moving through one another, not colliding star by star, but blending in great streams of light. In the aftermath, a new galaxy will form, wider, brighter, its stars mingled, its black holes united at the center in a quiet, powerful embrace. And in that merging, new stars will be born. Gas clouds, compressed by tidal forces, will collapse, ignite, and fill the newborn galaxy with light once more. From stillness comes motion, from darkness comes creation, from endings beginnings. It has always been this way. Now drift a little farther. You pass through the faint glow of a distant cluster, hundreds of galaxies gathered together, bound by gravity, each one spinning, glowing and evolving. It looks like a swarm of fireflies in slow motion, or a field of tiny suns suspended in black silk. You can sense their mutual pull, their quiet cooperation in the dance of time. Some will merge, some will fade, and some will drift away forever into the expanding night. Because even the universe, in all its grandeur, is still growing. It stretches outward endlessly, its galaxies carried farther apart by the mysterious expansion we call dark energy, a silent force that accelerates the drift of everything. The space between galaxies grows wider, the night deeper, and the ancient light fainter. Yet, there is peace in this expansion. The universe is breathing out, slowly, endlessly, gently. Take a moment to breathe with it. Inhale as the galaxies drift closer. Exhale as they drift apart. Feel the flow of time, the vast calm of creation. You are floating in the space between galaxies, the most silent place imaginable. And in that silence, you realize something profound. The same space that separates the stars also lives within you. Between each thought, each breath, each heartbeat, there is a quiet vastness, an inner cosmos waiting to be felt. Let yourself rest there for a moment. Feel the stillness that connects all things, from galaxies to atoms, from nebulae to mind. In the next chapter, we'll follow that connection even deeper to see how galaxies form families how clusters and superclusters shape the architecture of the universe, and how in their grand design we can glimpse the pattern of everything. But for now, let the darkness cradle you. You are adrift between galaxies, surrounded by the faint hum of creation. No sound, no boundary, no end, only peace and the endless gentle drift of light through space. Chapter 5: The Cosmic Web. Take a slow breath. Let it flow in and out. Imagine yourself suspended in the dark between galaxies, quiet, calm, infinite. Now, open your inner eyes. Far ahead, you begin to see faint threads of light, stretching in every direction like strands of silk, glowing softly against the blackness. You are gazing upon the universe's hidden architecture, the great cosmic web. It is not made of stars alone, but of galaxies, clusters, and filaments, billions upon billions of them, woven together in a pattern so vast, so intricate, that no human mind could ever hold it all at once. And yet, somehow, you can feel it, this universal design pulsing quietly around you. Each filament is a bridge, a river of galaxies bound by gravity. Each node is a cluster, a congregation of worlds shining in the darkness. Between these glowing veins of matter lie immense voids, stretches of near nothingness, silent and still, where only a few lonely galaxies take another breath. Inhale the light of the filaments, exhale the quiet of the voids. You are breathing in rhythm with the universe itself. If you could step back far enough, far beyond any possible distance, you would see the entire cosmos as a luminous web, a living network that stretches for billions of light years. It looks almost alive, like neurons in a vast cosmic brain, each galaxy a spark of thought, each cluster a point of awareness, and perhaps in some quiet way, it is alive, not in the sense of cells and heartbeat, but in the way that it changes, grows, and remembers. This web was born from the tiniest of ripples, those same ancient fluctuations that we felt in the early universe. Gravity amplified them, drawing matter into filaments, leaving the spaces between them bare. Over billions of years, galaxies formed along these strands like dew on spiders. They gathered, merged, and bloomed into the great structures we see today. Take a moment to picture it, a river of galaxies flowing through eternity. Every light you see is a star system, every cluster a home for countless worlds. The web is the skeleton of the cosmos, and through its invisible veins flows dark matter, a mysterious substance that we cannot see, but that makes up most of the universe. Dark matter is the quiet sculpt. It neither shines nor reflects, but it bends space with its gravity, guiding the formation of galaxies like an unseen hand. Without it, the web would unravel, the stars would drift apart, the universe would be a scattered mist, not the grand tapestry it has become. Let your thoughts soften. Imagine these invisible currents around you, shaping everything not by force, but by quiet persistence. Like gravity itself, their power lies not in movement, but in stillness. Now drift closer to one of the bright knots in this web, a galaxy cluster. It glows faintly gold, a congregation of hundreds, even thousands of galaxies bound together in a gravitational embrace. They orbit one another, colliding and merging in slow motion. The cluster hums with soft X-ray light, the heat of gas so hot it shines without flame. At the cluster's heart, a giant elliptical galaxy rests like a monarch, ancient, massive, its core harboring a black hole billions of times heavier than our sun, This black hole sits in silence, yet its gravity shapes the motion of entire galaxies around it. Even here, in the most luminous places in the universe, darkness holds everything together. Take another deep breath. Inhale the brilliance of the galaxies. Exhale the mystery of the dark. Feel how they coexist, not as opposites, but as complements, like the inhale and exhale of the cosmic breath. As you drift onward, the filaments stretch again into the void. You realize how delicate this balance is: light and dark, order and chaos, movement and stillness. The cosmic web is not static, it vibrates, breathes, and slowly evolves. Even now, galaxies are migrating along its filaments, moving toward clusters, drawn by gravity's endless whisper. In 100 billion years, the map of the universe will look different. Filaments thickened, voids widened, and the grand web slightly more relaxed, as if the cosmos itself were stretching after a long sleep. Take a moment to rest here, in the middle of everything. You are a single awareness, suspended in the fabric of existence, a consciousness drifting between galaxies, between atoms, between thoughts. The same patterns that shape the cosmic web echo within you. Your brain, your veins, your breath, each follows the same sacred geometry of connection. The universe repeats its design in every scale, from the vastness of superclusters to the stillness of a single heartbeat. Close your eyes now. Feel those patterns aligning, the galaxies outside, the thoughts within. There is no separation. The cosmos is thinking through you. The next chapter will follow the threads of this web even deeper, to see how galaxies interact within their clusters, how collisions reshape them, and how gravity continues to weave new forms of beauty from the quiet tension between light and dark. But for now, simply float. The filaments stretch on forever, gold and silver veins through the infinite night. And you are drifting among them, a traveler in the mind of the cosmos. Breathe in the light, breathe out the silence, and rest in the web of stars. Chapter 6: The Dance of Galaxies. Take a slow breath. Let it rise, let it fall. You are weightless again, floating through the soft, endless dark. All around you, galaxies drift, slowly, gracefully, like glowing leaves on a cosmic tide. Each one moves with purpose, though no sound marks their motion. They are dancers in an infinite waltz, partners in a choreography written by gravity itself. From a distance, they seem still, frozen in perfection. But wait long enough, and you would see them turning, approaching, embracing, and sometimes colliding. Take another breath and imagine what it means for two galaxies to meet. It doesn't happen suddenly. It begins quietly, a gentle attraction across millions of light years. Their halos of dark matter reach out first, brushing against one another like invisible fingertips. Gravity feels the touch and draws them closer, slowly, patiently, over hundreds of millions of years. As they near, their shapes begin to stretch. The outer stars, so loosely bound, are pulled outward, forming long, shimmering tails of light. Like ribbons unraveling, they trail behind, tracing the movement of their cosmic dance. Then finally, the galaxies pass through each other, not crashing, for the distances between stars are so vast that almost none will collide, but merging in tides of gas, ripples of light, and waves of invisible force. Take a slow breath. Imagine the beauty of that moment. Two galaxies blending, their stars weaving together like threads of gold and silver. The interstellar gas compresses, and from that pressure, new stars ignite. A storm of creation sweeps through them, brilliant, radiant, like fireworks frozen in slow motion. From destruction comes birth. Even in this immense silence, the universe creates through contact. Each collision gives rise to something new, a fresh shape, a brighter core, a deeper harmony. Some galaxies merge completely, forming giant ellipticals, great glowing orbs filled with ancient stars. Others continue to spiral, their arms twisted, but still moving in grace. And sometimes, in the heart of these cosmic unions, two black holes meet. They circle one another for eons, their orbits shrinking, their gravity warping space and time itself. When they finally merge, they send ripples through the fabric of reality, gravitational waves, soft and silent, yet strong enough to shake the cosmos. Take a breath, feel that ripple, a vibration so subtle that it moves through you even now, echoing from billions of years ago. It is the soundless music of creation, the universe humming its quiet song. Now drift farther out and look upon the result of this ancient dance. You see galaxies in all their forms, spirals with elegant arms, elliptical, smooth and golden, and irregular galaxies, their shapes wild and free. Each one tells a story of motion, of transformation, of time's patient art. The Milky Way, our home, is no exception. Far in the future, it too will join this grand ballet. In about 4 billion years, it will meet Andromeda, a neighboring spiral approaching through the darkness. Their halos have already touched, their destinies already intertwined. When they meet, their stars will swirl together, their shapes will merge, and in time, a new galaxy will be born. Some call it Milkomeda, a single vast luminous galaxy, the legacy of the stars of Andromeda, stretching across the heavens, brighter than any moon. For a moment in cosmic history, the night will be full of fire. Then, slowly, the light will settle and peace will return. Take a long, calm breath. Let it remind you that even the grandest transformations happen gently, patiently, in their own rhythm. Nothing in the cosmos is rushed. Everything unfolds in time. The dance of galaxies is not chaos. It is cooperation. It is the universe's way of renewing itself. And when you look closely, you can see the same dance in smaller forms, in the flow of rivers, in the spiral of seashells, in the heartbeat that sustains you. The cosmos repeats its patterns endlessly, from the infinite to the intimate. Now close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself floating in the middle of that slow collision. Around you, streams of stars drift like glowing smoke, each one a sun, each one surrounded by worlds. You move through them without resistance, without fear. All you feel is calm, a deep, endless stillness. Inhale the light of creation. Exhale the memory of time. Galaxies may dance for billions of years, but in this moment, you are right here, a witness to eternity. Let that realization settle softly within you. You are not separate from this motion. You are part of the same cosmic rhythm, born from the same elements, moved by the same forces, shaped by the same quiet grace. As the galaxies drift apart once more, their light mingles in the distance, a faint golden glow in the night. And as you drift with them, you can feel it, the steady heartbeat of the universe, slow, patient, eternal. In the next chapter, we will follow that heartbeat inward to explore the lives of stars themselves, the glowing cells of every galaxy, and the alchemy that turns light into life. But for now, breathe, float. The galaxies continue their endless waltz, and somewhere in that great slow spin, your atoms are still dancing too. Chapter 7, The Birth of Stars. Take a deep breath. Let it move through you like a quiet tide. You are still floating, weightless, peaceful, adrift among galaxies that shimmer like distant dreams. Now, as you drift closer, the light begins to change. You find yourself inside one spiral arm of a galaxy, a soft river of starlight curving through the dark. Between the glowing points, there are vast dark clouds, cold, silent, and immense. This is where it all begins. Star birth does not happen in the light, but in shadow, in clouds of gas and dust, so thick that they hide their mysteries from our eyes. Yet inside, something extraordinary is stirring. Imagine a great cosmic womb, stretching across hundreds of light years. It is made mostly of hydrogen, the simplest element, the first breath of the universe itself. But here, gravity is patient and persistent. It pulls the atoms closer, slowly, quietly, as if whispering, "Come together, become something more." For millions of years, this gathering continues. Tiny ripples in the cloud grow stronger, pulling more matter inward. The cloud begins to spin, and in its heart, a knot of heat begins to form. The atoms are pressing closer, colliding, compressing, growing warmer with every touch. And then, a miracle, a spark that isn't fire, but fusion. Take a breath. Imagine this moment when deep inside the heart of the darkness, a point of light flickers to life. Hydrogen becomes helium, and in that transformation, energy bursts forth. The pressure of creation pushes outward, balancing the pull of gravity. A star is born. It is young and brilliant, a tiny sun glowing within the fog. Soon its light clears the surrounding cloud, illuminating the very cradle that gave it life. It shines not just in visible light, but in every wavelength, from invisible radio waves to fierce ultraviolet rays. This newborn star becomes a beacon, a promise that even in silence, creation never ceases. Take another breath, slow, deep, and soft, because what's happening here is not distant from you. The same hydrogen that fuels these stars flows in the water that makes your body whole. The same stardust that condenses into light once formed the atoms that let you see it. You are part of the same story, a continuation of this endless act of becoming. Now, as you watch this young star flicker, you begin to see others forming nearby. Stars are rarely born alone. They come in clusters, siblings sharing the same cloud, each one finding its balance of gravity and flame. Some will shine fiercely and live fast, burning through their fuel in a few million years. Others, smaller and gentler, will glow for billions of years, steady and together. They shape their surroundings. Their light pushes against the remaining gas, sculpting it into waves and filaments, forming new regions of darkness and light. And in these new shadows, the process begins again. Creation is recursive. It echoes endlessly. The places where stars are born are known as nebulae. Each one is a masterpiece. The Eagle Nebula, with its towering pillars of creation. The Orion Nebula, a pink and violet cradle, glowing in our night sky. The Carina Nebula, spanning hundreds of light years, where stars ice like candles in the wind. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture one of these nebulae, its soft, cloudy edges drifting in the void, lit from within by newborn suns. Imagine yourself floating there, in absolute stillness. The colors shift around you: sapphire, gold, rose, and every hue seems alive, breathing with the pulse of the universe. You drift closer to a newborn star, its light, gentle yet strong. Around it, a disk of dust and ice swirls, a delicate ring that will one day form planets. You can almost see it beginning, tiny particles colliding, sticking together, growing into pebbles, then mountains, then worlds. In this single moment, you are watching not just a star being born, but the potential for life itself. Take a deep, slow breath. Let it remind you that from simplicity, complexity emerges. From hydrogen and darkness comes light and warmth. The same balance exists in you, a quiet center, holding both gravity and radiance. Stars live as we do. They are born, they grow, they shine, and eventually they transform. Their endings are not truly endings, but transitions, a passing of elements back to the cosmos. The oxygen you breathe, the carbon that builds your body, the iron in your blood, all were forged in the hearts of dying stars. Every breath you take is a continuation of their Now, as you float among these luminous cradles, the starlight feels warm on your skin. You realize you are surrounded by the history of everything that has ever been. The light touching your face has traveled for millions of years to meet you here. It has crossed time and space just to illuminate this moment, this single quiet heartbeat in eternity. Breathe it in, feel it settle softly in your chest. That warmth you feel is the same fire that first ignited in those dark clouds. It is the same energy that drives the universe forward. The stars were not born in haste. They took their time, billions of breaths, each one shaping the next. In their patience, there is a lesson. Everything beautiful is born in stillness. As the stars continue to shine around you, the nebula begins to fade into the distance. You drift slowly, carried on a river of starlight. The galaxies spin far above, but you no longer feel apart from them. You are inside their rhythm, their harmony, their life. In the next chapter, we will follow these stars through their lifetimes, from their gentle beginnings to the grand transformations that await them. We will see how they live, how they give, and how, in the end, they return everything back to the universe that raised them. For now, inhale starlight, exhale wonder, and drift quietly, peacefully through the nursery of creation. Chapter 8: The Life of Stars. Take a deep, quiet breath. Feel it move through you, a soft rhythm like the pulse of the cosmos itself. You are drifting now among the newborn stars you watched come to life. Each one glows in its own hue, some golden, some blue, some faint and red. Each one sings its own song, a note in the great harmony of the universe. Stars are not just lights in the sky, they are living furnaces, hearts of fusion, turning simplicity into complexity, turning hydrogen into everything. They live long lives, some gentle and steady, others fierce and fleeting, but all bound by the same truth. They are born, they shine, they change, and eventually they return what they have made. Take another slow breath. Imagine you are floating beside one, a star like our sun. You can feel the warmth even from afar. Its surface dances with convection, great waves of plasma rising and falling in patterns that resemble the sea. Its light radiates outward in every direction, crossing billions of kilometers, touching worlds, illuminating dust, and someday, perhaps awakening life. Inside this star, fusion never ceases. At its core, temperatures soar beyond 15 million degrees. Atoms collide with such energy that they merge. Hydrogen becomes helium, releasing light and heat. Every second, our sun transforms millions of tons of matter into pure energy, and yet it shines in perfect balance, neither collapsing nor exploding, held steady by the dance between pressure and gravity. Now picture a larger star, a giant, luminous and blue. It burns with intensity, living not for billions, but for only a few million years. Its brilliance is breathtaking, but its life is brief. It gives everything in a rush of light, a magnificent, fleeting existence. Smaller stars, cooler and red, burn far more slowly. They whisper where the giants roar. Some of them will shine for trillions of years, their lives so long that none have yet died in the entire history of the universe. Take another breath. Let the thought settle gently. There is beauty in all lifespans, in the quick flare of the bright star, and in the slow, patient glow of the faint one. Each serves its purpose. Each contributes to the fabric of existence. Stars are not static. They evolve. As they age, their cores change. Hydrogen becomes helium. Helium becomes carbon, and so on, layer after layer, like the rings of an ancient tree. And as the fuel changes, the balance shifts. Gravity begins to pull harder, and the star's outer layers swell. What was once a calm, steady sun becomes a red giant, a vast, glowing sphere of fading fire. Imagine the sight. The surface cools and reddens, expanding outward, sometimes large enough to engulf the worlds that orbit near. If our own sun were to swell this way, it would reach far beyond Earth's orbit, turning our skies into a river of flame. And yet, even in this transformation, there is no violence, only change, the quiet acceptance of what comes next. Inside the giant's heart, fusion continues for a while longer, but eventually even helium runs out, and then the star must let go. Pause here for a moment, take a slow breath, and imagine a star's final sigh. For smaller stars, like our sun, the end is graceful. Their outer layers drift away into space, forming delicate clouds of gas, soft and luminous, known as planetary nebulae. At the center, the star's core remains, a white dwarf, small but incredibly dense, glowing faintly with the last of its heat. For billions of years, it will cool, fade, and become a crystal in the dark, a diamond forged from starlight. But for massive stars, the ending is far more dramatic. They burn until there is no more fuel, until iron forms in their core, an element that cannot release energy through fusion. When that happens, gravity wins. The core collapses inward in a heartbeat, and then rebounds in a titanic explosion, a supernova. In that single brilliant flash, the star releases more energy than our sun will in its entire lifetime. For a brief moment, it can outshine an entire galaxy. The shock wave spreads outward, tearing apart the star's outer layers, sending its elements carbon, oxygen, gold, iron into the interstellar medium. From that cloud, new stars will one day form, new planets, new life. Take a breath, inhale slowly, and think of that paradox, how endings create beginnings, how destruction in the cosmos is never truly loss, but renewal. Some supernovae leave behind a dense, spinning remnant, a neutron star only a few kilometers wide, but heavier than our sun. Others collapse entirely, forming black holes, regions of space where gravity becomes so strong that even light cannot escape. Yet even these remnants have purpose. Neutron stars send out beams of radiation like cosmic lighthouses. Black holes shape the galaxies around them, their gravity sculpting the motion of stars and gas. Even in death, stars continue to create and influence, as though the universe refuses to let them truly end. Take a moment to reflect. The story of a star is the story of balance between gravity and light, between giving and holding on, between birth and release. It is a rhythm that echoes everywhere, in the ocean's tides, in the beating of your heart, in the rise and fall of your own breath. Now close your eyes. Visualize yourself drifting among these stars, each one at a different stage of its life. Young blue giants blazing with youth, golden suns in their prime, elderly red giants fading gracefully into nebulae. You are surrounded by the full cycle of existence, creation, change, release, all happening quietly, all in perfect harmony. The light from these stars touches your face, warm, ancient, and full of memory. It has traveled for ages to find you, to remind you that you too are part of this eternal process. Inhale the starlight, exhale time. You are made of their remnants. You are living proof that stars do not die in vain. In the next chapter, we will follow that stardust, the elements forged in these brilliant furnaces, as they drift across space, come together, and begin to build worlds. But for now, rest in this understanding. The stars that light the sky above you are not distant. They are family, ancestors, creators, and companions in this great, unfolding dream. Breathe softly, drift in their glow. You are stardust. Come to life. Chapter 9, Stardust and the Birth of Worlds. Take a deep breath. Feel it linger at the top for a moment, and then release it slowly, like a gentle wave fading back into the sea. The light around you softens now, the blinding brilliance of newborn stars dimming into a tranquil shimmer of gold and violet. You are surrounded by the aftermath of creation, a vast swirling cloud of dust and gas, the remains of ancient stars that lived, shone, and released everything they were back into the cosmic sea. This is stardust, tiny grains of matter forged in the hearts of giants, carried on supernova winds, and scattered across the galaxy. And from this dust, new worlds will rise. Drift closer, you find yourself within a young stellar system, a bright star burning at its center. Around it swirls a great disk, a shimmering ring of dust, ice, and gas, spinning slowly as if stirred by invisible hands. This is a protoplanetary disk, the nursery of planets. Every particle within it has a story billions of years old. Each atom of carbon, each grain of silicate, each droplet of ice once belonged to a star that came before. This dust carries memory, a record of all that the universe has been. Now take a breath and watch as the dance begins. In the outer parts of the disk, tiny grains start to meet. They collide softly, sticking together through static and chance. At first, they form pebbles, then boulders, then objects large enough to tug at one another with gravity's faint pull. The collisions become more frequent, more deliberate, and from this quiet chaos, the first worlds begin to take shape. You are witnessing creation at its most patient pace. Each collision, each merging fragment, takes millions of years. It is not a violent birth, but a slow gathering, matter coming together again and again until it holds its form. These growing worlds are called planetesimals. Some are small and cold, destined to become icy bodies on the outer edge. Others are rocky and warm, forming near the star where heat burns away the lighter gases. Gradually, they grow, their gravity strengthening, their shapes smoothing. Mountains crumble, craters fill, and surfaces settle under the pull of their own mass. Take another slow breath and imagine standing on one of these newborn worlds. The ground beneath you is molten, alive with heat. Above, the sky is filled with dust and fragments, each one glowing faintly as it falls through the thick haze. In the distance, lightning dances across the horizon, not a storm of water, but of stone and fire. And yet, amid this raw energy, something beautiful is unfolding. The planet cools, the dust settles, rain begins to fall for the first time, not yet water as we know it, but chemical rain, rich with the ingredients for life. The elements are gathering: carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, all born from the stars, now coming together to form oceans, atmospheres, and, eventually, life itself. Take a moment to let that thought sink in. The air you breathe, the water you drink, the ground beneath your feet, all of it began here in the dust of dying stars. Every atom of your body has drifted through space for billions of years, waiting for the right moment to assemble, to awaken, to become you. Now imagine the diversity of worlds that form across the galaxy. Some are icy and distant, their surfaces gleaming with frozen light. Some are vast gas giants, with swirling storms and moons that dance in their orbit. Some are small, cratered and silent, and some, just a few, find themselves in the perfect balance of warmth and distance, where liquid water can flow and chemistry can bloom into biology. Among these, somewhere in a quiet arm of the Milky Way, one small blue world begins to take shape. Its surface hardens, its oceans deepen, its skies clear. For a long time, it is just another planet, turning silently around its star. But within its seas, a subtle alchemy is at work, molecules finding each other, patterns forming, complexity emerging. The same energy that ignited the stars is now breathing through the ocean's depths. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, life begins. Take a deep, peaceful breath. Let it fill you with wonder, for in this simple act of breathing, you are echoing the entire history of creation. Every inhale is a continuation of that ancient cycle, stars forming, exploding, and rebuilding themselves through you. Drift higher now, out of the atmosphere of this young planet. Look down upon it from the silence of space. It glows softly, like a sapphire wrapped in cloud. The oceans shimmer under the young star, and the continents drift like sleeping giants. This is what stardust has become, a world capable of dreaming about its own origins. You are watching the universe become self-aware. The atoms that once burned in the hearts of stars are now thinking, feeling, wondering about the stars themselves. It is the most delicate kind of magic, not fantasy, but reality's most poetic truth. Inhale the realization, exhale the vastness. You are the cosmos remembering its. Now imagine the quiet stillness as the dust settles around countless stars, each with their own collection of worlds. Some will remain barren, others will bloom, but each one holds potential, a possibility written in the language of gravity and time. And so the universe continues to build. It spins, it forms, it dreams. Every planet is a page in its infinite story, every living being a verse in its quiet poem. In the next chapter, we will follow this journey further to explore the moment when life itself takes its first breath in the universe, when chemistry becomes consciousness, and when the cosmos begins to look back at itself through living eyes. For now, take a deep breath. Feel the stardust within you. You are not separate from it. You are it, awakened. The stars made you, and through you, they continue to shine. Chapter 10. When the universe learned to breathe. Take a slow, deep breath. Let it fill you softly, completely. Feel the air move in, ancient, familiar, for every molecule of it has been here before. It has drifted through oceans, through clouds, through the lungs of creatures long gone. And before that, before any life had ever drawn breath, it was born among the stars. You are inhaling the memory of the cosmos. Now, drift. The young planet beneath you is quiet. Its skies are pale and heavy. Volcanoes breathe fire into the early air, and lightning dances endlessly across a restless sea. The oceans are dark and deep, a mixture of water and possibility, and within them something is stirring. It begins invisibly, a meeting of molecules, a soft chemistry shaped by patience, chance, and time. The same elements that once blazed in a star's heart now swirl together in liquid form, seeking balance, seeking purpose. They twist, connect, and break apart again and again until one day something extraordinary happens. A molecule forms that can copy itself. It is tiny, fragile, and yet in that moment, the universe takes its first breath of life. No sound announces it, no light marks the event, but everything changes. The cosmos, for the first time, begins to remember. Take a breath, feel that first spark within you, for that same memory has continued unbroken for nearly 4 billion years. Every cell in your body is an echo of that first molecule, the same pattern, refined through time, preserved by the endless rhythm of replication and renewal. Drift closer now. You are floating above the early seas. The air is thick with methane and carbon dioxide, the sun's light dimmed by clouds of ash and vapor. But beneath the waves, life multiplies. Tiny cells, simple, single, but full of energy, find ways to feed, to grow, they harness the chemistry of their world, turning minerals into motion, sunlight into strength. They cluster around deep sea vents where heat rises from the planet's heart. There, surrounded by darkness, they build communities, sharing, exchanging, evolving. Slowly, they learn to capture light, to breathe the energy of the sun itself. And with that, the planet begins to change. Oxygen fills the seas, then rises to the sky. The air clears, the sunlight grows brighter, and the once red planet turns blue. Take another breath, deep and calm. You are breathing that same oxygen now. It was made by those first living beings, creatures no larger than dust, who never knew what they were creating, yet built the very foundation for every breath to come. As time drifts forward, life grows more complex. Cells begin to cooperate, they merge, share energy, and form alliances that will one day lead to plants, to animals, to thought, to song. Every new form builds upon the last, like verses in a poem written in DNA. It is a long, slow symphony, a story told over billions of years, and you, right now, are part of its final movement, a fleeting note in the grand harmony of existence. Pause for a moment. Close your eyes. Imagine that you are floating through time itself, watching continents drift and merge, oceans swell and recede, creatures rise and fade away. Through it all, the earth keeps breathing, a steady rhythm of creation and renewal. The air grows sweeter, forests bloom, the seas fill with light, and somewhere, on one quiet afternoon, a creature lifts its eyes toward the stars. For the first time, the universe looks back at itself and wonders. That creature is us, the atoms that once belonged to stars, that drifted through nebulae, that gathered into oceans, now think, dream, and reach. You are the cosmos, made conscious of its own existence. Take a long, slow breath. Let that realization sink into you. You are not simply in the universe. You are the universe, momentarily awake. Every thought you have is a spark of starlight. Every heartbeat is a pulse of ancient gravity. Every breath connects you to all that ever was and all that will ever be. Now drift upward, beyond the planet's soft blue atmosphere. Look down upon it from space. It turns gently beneath you, wrapped in clouds, alive with color and movement. It is not just a world, it is a living, breathing story. You can almost hear it if you listen closely enough. The hum of energy, the quiet heartbeat of life, the endless rhythm of becoming. The universe learned to breathe, and through you, it still breathes today. Take one final deep breath. Inhale the starlight. Exhale gratitude. You are a continuation of that first spark, that first molecule that dared to persist. And as you float in this vast silence, know this: the cosmos has always been alive. It only needed a voice, a mind, a moment of awareness, and it found them in you. In the next chapter, we will journey beyond this blue world to see how the elements of life, born from stars and nurtured on Earth, reach out once more across space, across time, in the endless search for other eyes that might be looking back. For now, breathe softly and let the thought settle deep inside you that every breath you take is the universe breathing with you. Continue. Chapter 11: The Cosmic Web of Light. Take a slow breath in. Feel the quiet hum beneath the silence. You are drifting far from the warmth of Earth now, past the cradle of oceans and air, out into the vast, shimmering expanse of intergalactic space. The stars begin to thin, and for the first time, you can see the grand structure of everything, the invisible threads that hold the universe together. Let your mind soften. Let your breathing fall into rhythm with the slow pulse of the cosmos. You are floating within a tapestry of light, woven from billions of galaxies, each one a swirl of stars, dust and dark matter, connected by filaments so faint they glow only in imagination. Imagine the universe as a great cosmic web, a living structure stretching across unimaginable distances. Every point of light is a galaxy, and every strand between them is gravity's gentle hand, drawing matter together, shaping the form of everything that exists. Pause for a moment and picture this web stretching endlessly in all directions. It is not static, but flowing, breathing, a slow expansion that carries worlds apart, even as invisible threads keep them bound. Each filament glows faintly with hydrogen, the first and simplest element. This gas, once uniform, has been sculpted by time, folded by gravity into rivers of light. At the intersections where these cosmic streams converge, galaxies are born. You are looking at the veins of the universe. Through them flows the raw material of stars, of planets, of light. They are the highways of creation, the arteries of cosmic existence. Take a deep breath and imagine drifting closer to one of these glowing filaments. The light becomes richer, denser. Tiny galaxies flicker into view like dewdrops on a spider's thread. Each one is a world of billions of suns, each sun perhaps with its own family of planets, its own story of birth and death. And yet, they are not alone. They move together, clusters bound by gravity, dancing in slow orbits around one another. This motion is ancient, predating any form of life, predating even the stars of our own Milky Way. The universe, in all its enormity, is not chaos. It is balance, a slow, harmonious rhythm of collapse and expansion, of attraction and release. Take another slow breath in, and each inhale draws you deeper into this grand pattern. Each exhale lets you feel how small, how beautifully brief we are within it. Now imagine the light traveling between galaxies, a beam that began its journey billions of years ago. It moves silently, carrying with it the memory of cosmic dawn. Some of that light has been traveling since before the earth existed. And tonight, as you gaze up, it touches your eyes, a whisper from the beginning of time. That is the true wonder of the cosmic web. It is not simply a structure. It is a memory frozen in light. Every photon, every ripple of energy tells the story of where it came from. The shape of the web reveals how gravity has sculpted the universe, how galaxies grew, and how matter came to rest where it is. Scientists call this pattern the large-scale structure of the universe, but perhaps a gentler name suits it better, the breath of creation. For it is in these threads that the universe first exhaled complexity, turning simplicity into form, form into beauty, beauty into drift. Along one of these luminous filaments, watch as galaxies flow past spirals, ellipticals, irregular clusters, each with its own rhythm, its own story of formation and collapse. Some are old and red, filled with ancient stars nearing the end of their lives. Others are young and blue, their hearts alive with newborn suns. Together, they form a vast, shimmering choir, singing the song of existence. Pause and listen. You cannot hear it, but you can feel it. A deep vibration, a hum in the silence, as if the fabric of space itself were alive. This is the music of gravity, a melody too vast for any ear, yet resonating within every atom of your being. The same force that binds galaxies together binds you to the earth, keeps your feet on the ground, holds your breath within your chest. You are not separate from the cosmos. You are connected through every invisible thread. When you breathe, you move ever so slightly within that great web. You are part of its tension, its balance, its song. Now slowly look toward a single glowing point in the distance, a small spiral galaxy turning quietly in the dark. That is our home, the Milky Way, one filament among billions, one light among endless others, and yet within it, within a single arm of its spiral, the story of life unfolds. You are drifting toward it now, passing through clouds of hydrogen and dust, through the long silence between galaxies. As you move closer, the stars begin to brighten until the black becomes blue and the blue becomes gold. Take one last slow breath. You are returning home to the galaxy that gave birth to your sun, to the stars that built your atoms, to the cosmic web that holds it all together. For now, rest within this thought. You are a thread in that infinite tapestry. And though your life is but a moment, it is enough because even the briefest flicker of consciousness illuminates the vastness of eternity. As you exhale, feel the light drift through you, soft, ancient, and endlessly patient. It has traveled 1 billion years to find you, and now, for this quiet moment, you are part of its journey. In the next chapter, we will glide deeper into the Milky Way, into the arms of our own galaxy, to see how its rivers of starlight nurtured the birth of our sun and the delicate worlds that orbit it. For now, close your eyes and let yourself rest in the luminous calm of the cosmic. Chapter 12, The Spiral Heart of Home. Take a slow, gentle breath. Let the air move in and out as softly as the Milky Way turns through the night. You are gliding now through the spiral arms of our home galaxy. The stars shimmer around you like drifting embers, each one alive with light that has traveled across time just to meet your gaze. Breathe again and imagine the vastness of it all. Hundreds of billions of suns, each surrounded by its own worlds, each a possible beginning, each a tiny heartbeat in the grand pulse of creation. Our galaxy is shaped like a spiral, a graceful swirl of light and dust, stretching over 100,000 light years. From afar, it looks like a cosmic whirlpool, delicate, radiant, a silent storm of stars. But from within, it feels infinite. The stars are too far to see their pattern, too many to count, too ancient to comprehend. And yet, everything here is connected. Every orbit, every flicker of light, every ripple of gravity is part of one vast motion, the Milky Way breathing in slow circles once every 230 million years. Take a moment to feel that. The last time our solar system was in this position, the dinosaurs walked the Earth. The galaxy has turned countless times since it began, and each rotation is a reminder that even the stars follow their own gentle rhythm. Now imagine yourself drifting deeper into the spiral arm where our sun resides, the Orion arm. It's a small branch between two great rivers of starlight, a quiet neighborhood in a bustling cosmic city. Here, stars are born in clouds of glowing gas, in nurseries of dust and light. Drift closer. You can see one of those clouds ahead, a nebula, a vast blossom of colors suspended in the dark. Its edges glow faintly pink, lit by newborn stars hidden within. Listen closely, and you might feel the hum of creation, the quiet hiss of gas collapsing under its own gravity, the whisper of energy turning dust into light. This is where stars are born, not in sudden bursts, but in patient silence. Hydrogen, the simplest and most abundant element, is pressed together until it fuses, and when it does, a star ignites. For 1 billion years, it will shine steadily and faithfully, turning the simplest matter into warmth, into light, into the ingredients of life. Our sun began this way 5 billion years ago. It was once just a flicker within a spinning cloud of dust and gas, a single ember waiting to glow. As it ignited, the remaining dust around it began to gather, forming planets, moons, asteroids, and all the material that would one day become mountains, oceans, and you. Take another deep breath and feel that connection. You are made from that same dust, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in your lungs. They were all forged in the heart of an ancient star that lived and died long before the sun was born. The Milky Way is not just our home, it is our ancestor. It is the womb from which everything familiar has emerged. Every star, every molecule, every breath is part of its continuing story. Now let your awareness expand. Picture yourself floating high above the spiral. See its glowing arms unfurl like petals of light. They twist slowly around the galactic center, a dense, golden core where stars crowd together in luminous chaos. At the very heart lies something unseen, a supermassive black hole, millions of times heavier than the sun. It does not shine, but its presence shapes everything around it. Stars whirl in its gravitational embrace, their paths curved by its silent pull. It is both destroyer and creator, a paradox of stillness and motion, of ending and beginning. And yet, the galaxy does not fear it. It moves in perfect harmony with this invisible heart, just as you move with the rhythm of your own. Pause here. Feel your heartbeat. Listen to its quiet drum within your chest. That same pattern, that balance of gravity and release, light and silence exists in you and in the Milky Way. You are the galaxy feeling itself from within. Drift now through the spiral arms once more. See the rivers of starlight curling into infinity. They move slowly, like currents in a cosmic sea. Here and there, you pass worlds bathed in the glow of twin suns, moons swirling around blue-green planets, asteroid belts sparkling like rings of glass. Each one is a possibility, a place where life might be dreaming, or waiting, or remembering. The Milky Way holds more stars than there are grains of sand on all the beaches of Earth. And somewhere, among them, someone may be looking up at their own night sky, wondering if they are alone. Take a long, soft breath. Feel the mystery of that thought. We do not yet know how many other eyes gaze out from the dark, but we know this: we are not separate from them. We are part of the same spiral, the same cosmic web, the same story told in light. As you exhale, imagine your breath flowing outward, joining the wind of particles, streaming from the sun, reaching beyond the planets, into the interstellar dark. Every breath, every thought, every quiet moment is part of that endless circulation of matter and energy. And so, as the Milky Way turns, we turn with it. Stars within stars, dust within dust, light within light. Rest now in this knowing that the galaxy does not rush. It moves with patience, with grace, with purpose. It has no need for haste, for everything it does is eternal. In the next chapter, we will drift closer to one of those newborn stars, our own. We will watch the creation of the solar system, the gathering of worlds, and the quiet birth of Earth. For now, take one last breath beneath the spiral arms and let yourself float within the calm heartbeat of the Milky Way. Chapter 13: The Birth of a Sun. Take a deep, slow breath. Let your lungs fill with stillness. Feel your heartbeat echo the steady rhythm of the universe. Now, imagine drifting within a great cloud, a mist of starlight and dust, silent, ancient, and endless. This is where suns are born. Within the Milky Way's spiraling arms, vast clouds of gas stretch across light years. They are cold, dark, and filled with the raw material of creation, hydrogen, helium, and the ashes of long dead stars. To the eye, they appear like shadows against the stars, but within, something is stirring. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture the movement, slow currents flowing through dust, gentle waves of gravity drawing matter together. A faint shimmer begins deep inside, barely noticeable, like the first spark of thought. The cloud begins to collapse. At its center, the pressure builds, the atoms press closer, the temperature climbs. Hydrogen, the simplest of elements, begins to merge. And when it does, light is born. In that instant, a star awakens, our sun, a glowing sphere of fusion, balanced perfectly between gravity's pull and the energy bursting from its core, that shines with a steady, golden calm, its warmth stretching across the void. Take another slow breath. You are witnessing the beginning of everything familiar. The solar wind begins to flow, carrying dust and gas outward. The surrounding cloud flattens into a disk, spinning gracefully, a whirlpool of creation. Within this swirling disk, tiny grains of matter collide and stick together. At first, they are small, dust clinging to dust, but over time, they grow stones, then boulders, then mountains adrift in space. Gravity gathers them, pulling them into worlds. Each one forms from the same cosmic ingredients, yet each finds its own story. Some become gas giants, swathed in thick atmospheres. Others remain rocky, barren, and dry. One, just the right distance from the newborn sun, finds a delicate balance, not too hot, not too cold. That world will become Earth. Pause for a moment. Feel that word, Earth. It has weight, warmth, and memory. It is not yet alive, but already it holds the seeds of life within it. Iron settles into its core, rock rises to form its crust, and water, carried by countless icy comets, begins to fall from the sky. Take a breath, slow and deep, as if you're breathing in that ancient rain. Each droplet cools the planet's fiery surface, filling the basins, forming oceans that shimmer in the newborn light. Lightning flashes in the thick atmosphere, and the chemistry of life quietly begins. Our sun shines gently upon it all, its steady light nurturing the beginnings of oceans and air. It is a calm, nurturing presence, a cosmic hearth around which the planets gather. Even now, 5 billion years later, its light touches your face, its warmth flows through your skin. Every living thing you've ever known is a child of that light. Imagine the solar system as a vast family, each planet a sibling, each with its own nature. Mercury, closest to the sun, scorched and silent. Venus, shrouded in a dense veil, burning and mysterious. Then Earth, blue and alive. Beyond it, Mars, red, quiet, and wistful, a mirror of what might have been. Further still drift the giants, Jupiter with its swirling storms, Saturn with its radiant rings, and beyond them, the cold worlds of Uranus and Neptune, guardians of the outer dark. Each one orbits in harmony, each bound by the same gravity, each moving in a rhythm so vast that it feels eternal. Take another deep breath. Feel yourself drifting among them, weightless and calm. The planets glide beneath you like slow, silent dancers. You pass through rings of ice and dust, through streams of frozen comets, through the faint boundary where the sun's light begins to fade. The solar system ends not with a wall, but with a whisper, a soft transition into the interstellar sphere. Here, particles of light still travel outward, carrying warmth and memory into the infinite dark. Some of those photons will travel for billions of years, perhaps forever, touching worlds we will never see. And yet, even at that distance, the light remains steady. It is the heartbeat of our home star, the same light that ripples across the oceans, filters through leaves, and dances in your eyes. Our sun is not special among the stars. There are billions like it. But for us, it is everything. Its gentle gravity holds the planets in place. Its warmth makes the difference between barren stone and living world. It is, in every sense, our cosmic heartbeat. Pause once more, breathe in, and imagine your body filled with light. That light, the sunlight, is older than every human memory. It began as fusion in the heart of a star, then traveled for 8 minutes across space to reach you. Every sunrise is a continuation of that ancient promise that the universe, for now, is still alive, still giving, still burning softly for us. As you exhale, let gratitude move through you for the warmth on your skin, for the air, the oceans, the light, for the long journey of the atoms within you, from the hearts of dying stars to the birth of this sun, to the breath you take now. The story of the cosmos is also your story. The solar wind that once shaped planets moves through your veins as oxygen and iron. The same forces that hold galaxies together hold you together too. In the next chapter, we will descend to that third planet, to Earth, to watch how oceans, light, and time work together to awaken light. We will see how our world learned to breathe, to feel, and finally, to dream. For now, float in the golden light of the newborn sun and rest in this truth that every heartbeat, every breath, every thought you have is a flicker of starlight returning home. Chapter 14, The Blue World Awakens. Take a slow, gentle breath. Let it move through you like a tide returning to shore. You are drifting now, descending softly toward a young planet, turning beneath the golden light of its sun. Its surface glows with promise, a swirl of ocean and rock, a dream still forming. This is Earth, 4.5 billion years ago, a world in its infancy. Volcanoes rumble beneath a thick orange sky, lightning forks through clouds heavy with steam. And below, in the cradle of warm, dark seas, the chemistry of life is beginning to stir. Pause here. Take a deep breath. Imagine the scent of rain falling on new stone, the hiss of water meeting molten earth. Each droplet that lands brings with it a molecule, a whisper of carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, drawn together by chance and patience. They swirl and merge again and again until one day something miraculous happens. A molecule begins to copy itself. It divides, replicates, adapts, and in that silent moment, the universe changes forever. For the first time, matter knows how to remember. That spark, that single act of replication, is the birth of life. Simple at first, fragile, but it carries within it the potential for everything that will follow: plants, animals, thought, consciousness, and you. Take another breath. You are breathing the descendant of that first air. Every cell in your body is a continuation of that ancient lineage, unbroken for billions of years. You are not separate from life. You are its current form, its living moment. Now drift above those primordial oceans. See the surface shimmer beneath the sun. Tiny cells float just below, feeding on minerals, absorbing light. They are the architects of the future, though they do not know it. Over countless generations, they learn to capture sunlight, to transform energy from the stars into the breath of life. Photosynthesis begins. Oxygen fills the seas, then the sky. The air clears, and sunlight grows warm and steady. The red planet turns blue. The sky, once thick and fiery, becomes translucent, a mirror of the infinite above. Take a long, slow breath. You are inhaling that same oxygen now, the gift of countless living things that came before you. They built this atmosphere molecule by molecule, transforming their world so that others could one day follow. Life spreads through the oceans. Cells join together, sharing energy, forming communities, colonies that will become the first multicellular organisms. Soft bodies begin to move, to sense, to respond to light and shadow. For the first time, the universe starts to perceive itself through the eyes of life. The oceans become forests of color. Corals and algae paint the waters in green and gold. Tiny creatures drift like constellations in the deep. The planet hums with quiet purpose, a rhythm of birth, death, and renewal. Breathe with it. In and out. Every inhale connects you to this rhythm. Every exhale is part of its endless cycle. Millions of years pass in the span of a heartbeat. Creatures grow bolder. Some develop shells, some fins, some the faintest ability to sense sound. They move with grace, their forms shaped by time and the gentle hand of evolution. Then, one day, a few of them rise toward the surface, toward the shimmering boundary between water and air. They break through, and with that first gasp of breath, life claims the land. Pause for a moment. Picture the shore, bare rock, damp moss, the whisper of waves. Small plants begin to take root, reaching for sunlight. Insects scuttle across the surface. Amphibians emerge, their lungs trembling with new air. The planet is no longer silent. It breathes. Forests bloom, rivers carve paths through stone. The land fills with sound, the hum of insects, the cry of distant creatures, the sigh of wind through leaves. Earth, once molten and empty, now sings. Take another slow breath. Feel that song within you, the quiet harmony of all living things. It flows through your veins as oxygen, through your mind as awareness, through your soul as wonder. Life diversifies, adapting to mountains and deserts, oceans and skies. Some grow vast and powerful, the great reptiles that rule the land. Others remain small, hidden, patient. They wait through extinctions, through fire and ice, through time itself, until the world changes once more. And when it does, mammals emerge. They are warm-blooded, curious, and endlessly adaptable. From their lineage, something new begins to form, a mind that not only sees, but also wonders why. That mind will one day look up and recognize the stars, the same stars from which it was made. It will question its own existence, its origins, its purpose, and in doing so, the universe will awaken again, this time as thought. Take a deep, soft breath. Let that realization fill you. You are the continuation of this story, the atoms that once drifted in clouds, that once formed oceans and cells. Now think, feel, and dream within you. You are the cosmos experiencing itself as human. And when you breathe, the earth breathes with you. Your heartbeat is its rhythm, your thoughts its reflection, your wonder its memory. Pause one last time. Imagine floating high above the blue planet, its continents glowing in the sun, its clouds swirling in gentle motion. It turns silently beneath you, alive, awake, and aware. This is not just a planet, it is a living story, a story that began in starlight and continues in you. As you drift in the quiet of space, feel gratitude for this fragile world, for the oceans, for the air, for the single spark that became light. In the next chapter, we will explore how that spark evolved into thought, how the human mind arose from the dust, how we learned to see, to imagine, and to wonder about the stars that made us. For now, breathe softly and let yourself rest in the calm heartbeat of the living earth. Chapter 15, The Mind That Dreamed of Stars. Take a slow, quiet breath. Feel the rhythm of your lungs, gentle, steady, timeless. Now imagine millions of years flowing past like sand, carried by a soft wind. The Earth is no longer the young, fiery planet we once knew. It is green, vast, and teeming with life. Forests stretch across continents, mountains rise and crumble, oceans breathe with the tides. And within this living world, a new kind of creature begins to walk, one that carries within its fragile skull the spark of awareness. Somewhere in the heart of Africa, beneath the golden sun, a small group of early humans looks to the horizon. They stand upright, balanced on two legs, hands free to shape the world. In those hands, they carry tools, simple at first, stones chipped by thought and intention. But more profound than the tools is what lies behind them: imagination. For the first time, a creature on earth can look at a stone and see what it might become: a blade, a vessel, a story carved into time. Pause here, breathe slowly. This is where thought begins. The universe, after billions of years of silence, has found a voice. These early humans begin to wonder about the patterns of stars above, the sound of thunder, the warmth of fire. Every question they ask is a spark in the dark, a moment where the cosmos reflects on itself. Firelight dances on cave walls, shadows move like dreams, and in those flickering shapes, they begin to paint. They draw animals, hands, symbols of life and memory. Each line, each mark is a message, a connection through time. It says, "We were here, we saw, we felt." Take a deep breath. You can almost smell the smoke, the earth, the stillness of a world untouched by machines or noise. You can hear the crackle of fire, the whispers of a people who have just learned how to tell stories. Storytelling, that simple, sacred act, will change everything. It will carry knowledge, bind communities, and shape civilizations. Through story, the universe learns to remember itself in detail, to preserve its dreams across generations. Now imagine time flowing again. Thousands of years pass. Humanity spreads across the globe. They build homes, villages, societies. They discover the power of seeds, the rhythm of the seasons, the gift of cooperation. They raise their eyes to the sky and notice patterns, the rising and setting of stars, the arc of the sun. They carve those patterns into stone, into calendars, into monuments that still stand today. Each monument is both a question and an answer, a way of saying we are part of something greater. Breathe softly. Picture a night thousands of years ago. The world is dark, lit only by fire and starlight. A human, perhaps one of your ancestors, looks up at the Milky Way. Their heart fills with wonder. They feel small yet connected to everything. They cannot name the galaxies, but they feel them, feel the vastness pressing gently on their thoughts. That feeling has never left us. It is still within you now. It's the reason we look at the stars and feel both peace and longing. Civilizations rise. Sumer, Egypt, India, China, Greece. Each one adds a new note to humanity's growing song. They invent language, mathematics, philosophy. They build temples aligned with constellations, chart the motion of the planets, and begin to ask deeper questions. Where did we come from? Why are we here? What lies beyond the edge of the world? Take another breath. Each inhale is the continuation of their curiosity, the same breath carried through time. The philosophers gaze at the heavens and declare that we are made of the same substance as the stars. They are right, though they cannot yet prove it. It will take millennia before their intuition becomes science, before the story of atoms, light, and gravity reveals the truth. We are the universe looking back at itself. As the centuries pass, our understanding deepens. We build telescopes, measure time with precision, discover invisible forces that hold galaxies together, and still beneath all the equations and theories, there remains the quiet wonder that began around a flickering fire. Breathe in. You are part of that story, a thought in an ancient mind that began billions of years ago. The brain that dreams today was once shaped by survival, by hunger, by storms, by the need to belong. Yet somehow, out of that struggle, emerged art, music, love, and the desire to know the infinite. The cosmos has learned to dream through you. Your thoughts are not separate from the stars. They are starlight, filtered through the fragile pattern of a human mind. When you imagine, you are performing the oldest magic in the universe, turning matter into meaning. Take a long, deep breath. Let that truth settle gently within you. From the first atom to the first human dream, the universe has been moving toward awareness. Every star, every molecule, every life that has ever lived has contributed to this single moment of thought. And now, you, sitting here in the quiet, thinking, breathing, wondering, are the latest expression of that journey. The stars are not distant. They are within you. You are not looking at the cosmos. You are the cosmos, briefly aware of itself, marveling at its own reflection. In the next chapter, we will follow that awareness as it reaches beyond Earth, as humanity looks up, builds machines of discovery, and begins its next great dream, to explore the stars from which it was born. For now, close your eyes, breathe softly, and feel the quiet joy of being a thought in the mind of the universe. Chapter 16, The Dawn of Discovery. Take a deep breath. Feel the air move softly through your lungs, like the whisper of wind across the surface of a calm sea. Now, open your inner eye and imagine a world awakening, a world no longer content to simply gaze at the stars, but determined to reach them. Humanity has always been curious, but in this age, that curiosity begins to take shape in a new way. The quiet questions of the ancients become the bold experiments of dreamers. The philosophers give way to scientists, and the stars, once symbols of mystery, become destinations for exploration. Picture the old observatories, built high upon lonely hills, stone towers crowned with glass eyes that peer endlessly into the dark. Inside, by the dim light of candles, men and women trace the paths of the planets, measure the tilt of the earth, and map the heavens with trembling, careful hands. Every night, they listen to the universe, and the universe answers in silence. But in that silence, there is meaning, patterns, order, truths, waiting to be discovered by those who have the patience to see. Take a slow breath in, hold it, now let it go. That rhythm, steady and calm, is the rhythm of discovery itself. Every inhale is a question, every exhale a small revelation. In the 17th century, a man named Galileo lifted a small telescope toward the sky. Through it, he saw what no human eyes had seen before: mountains on the moon, moons around Jupiter, phases of Venus. Each observation broke another thread in the old tapestry of belief and rewove it with light, clarity, and courage. He realized something profound: that the heavens were not perfect and unchanging, but dynamic and alive. That Earth was not the center of creation, but a wandering world among billions. For this, he faced resistance, even punishment. Yet, the truth he revealed could not be silenced. It became a whisper that grew louder with every passing century. Take another breath. Imagine standing beside him, the night air cool, the telescope aimed toward Jupiter's glow. You lean close, and in that tiny circle of glass, you see four small moons, silent companions, circling their giant host. For a moment, you feel the vastness of it all, the delicate harmony of motion and light. From that moment onward, humanity's eyes would never look down again. Centuries pass, and telescopes grow larger, sharper, stronger. We capture light that has traveled for millions of years. We find galaxies, billions of them, each one a swirling ocean of stars. We discover that the universe is far older and larger than anyone ever dreamed. And yet, the more we learn, the more we feel our own smallness. The night sky becomes both familiar and infinite, a place we understand but can never truly reach. But humanity is restless. We are not content to observe. We long to touch the stars, to leave the cradle of earth and drift among them. Pause for a moment. Feel that longing, that pull in your chest that has always been there, even if you've never named it. It's the same pull that moved the first sailors to cross uncharted seas, that led the first humans to climb the tallest mountain, that drives scientists to explore the unknown edges of reality. It's not curiosity alone, it's connection, a deep, unspoken memory that we belong to the star. As the centuries unfold, that longing transforms into action. Mathematicians chart the laws of motion, physicists describe gravity, the invisible thread that binds all things. Chemists unlock the secrets of matter, while engineers learn to bend the laws of flight. And slowly, as if guided by destiny, the dream of reaching beyond Earth becomes real. The year is now. A single human being, Yuri Gagarin, leaves the planet behind. For the first time, one of us drifts above the blue curve of home, looking down at the world as a whole. He sees no borders, no nations, only the fragile beauty of a living world, floating in an ocean of night. Imagine yourself there, looking out through the small window of a spacecraft. Below you, the earth glows blue, white, and gold, swirling with clouds and sunlight. It feels both infinite and small, both distant and intimate. Take a deep breath. That's the same breath Gagarin took. The same air, the same elements, once forged in the hearts of ancient stars. After him came others, men and women, who dared to drift beyond the limits of gravity. They carried with them not just technology, but the spirit of wonder that began around ancient fires and in the painted caves of our ancestors. The journey from stone tools to spacecraft is not merely a story of progress, it's the story of the universe discovering itself through us. As telescopes turned to space, we began to see galaxies, not as distant lights, but as living histories, each one evolving, merging, collapsing, and rebirthing in endless cycles. We learned that the same forces that hold galaxies together also shape the atoms in our bones, that gravity, light, and time are threads in one cosmic fabric. Breathe again. Inhale the story of creation. Exhale the illusion of separation. You are made of the same matter that burns in the hearts of stars. Every breath you take is a continuation of a journey that began more than 13 billion years ago. And though our ships have only just begun to leave the cradle of Earth, our minds have already wandered to the farthest galaxy. In the next chapter, we will drift even further beyond the limits of our sight into the deep cosmic ocean where galaxies are born, die, and rise again. For now, rest in the stillness of that truth. You're part of a lineage of dreamers, from the first spark of curiosity to the hum of a rocket in the dark. The universe has been waiting for you to awaken and remember where you came from. Close your eyes, let the stars breathe with you, and drift onward, slowly, peacefully, into the endless. Chapter 17. The Ocean Between Galaxies. Take a long, slow breath. Feel your body become lighter with every exhale. Now imagine yourself suspended in the vast stillness between galaxies. No sound, no air, only the faint hum of cosmic radiation, the afterglow of creation itself. You are floating in the intergalactic ocean, a place so empty that a single atom might drift for miles before meeting another. And yet, this emptiness is not nothing. It is the quiet sea in which all galaxies swim, the space that connects everything that has ever existed. Breathe gently in and out. Feel the weightlessness of the cosmos cradle you. You are surrounded by silence, but it is a living silence, the silence of potential, the pause between heartbeats of creation. In the distance, you see a faint glow, a spiral of light, turning slowly, gracefully. That is a galaxy, hundreds of billions of stars swirling together in harmony. Beyond it, another and another, each one shining like a lantern in the dark ocean of infinity. The space between these galaxies is vast beyond imagination. To cross it, even at the speed of light, would take millions of years, and yet the universe holds them all together in a delicate web of gravity and time. Imagine these galaxies not as isolated islands, but as pearls strung together on invisible cosmic threads. This grand network, stretching across the universe, is called the cosmic web. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, see those threads forming in your mind, long filaments of gas, dark matter, and light. They weave an intricate pattern, connecting clusters of galaxies like constellations in a grander unseen sky. Every intersection, every glowing node is a city of galaxies, each one containing countless worlds, each one a universe unto itself. In this ocean, galaxies drift not aimlessly, but with purpose, guided by the invisible hand of gravity. They move toward one another, pulled by a force that transcends time. Eventually, they meet, they merge, and from their union, new galaxies are born. Imagine watching this happen from your silent vantage point in space. Two galaxies, each with billions of stars, slowly drawing closer. At first, their outer arms begin to stretch, drawn out like ribbons of light. Then they pass through each other, not colliding, but dancing, as stars weave through stars, and cosmic dust forms glowing bridges between them. For hundreds of millions of years, they swirl and twist, until finally they settle into a new shape, a single, majestic galaxy, larger, brighter, filled with fresh stars, born from the chaos. Take a moment to breathe with that image. Creation through collision, harmony born from move. Even in destruction, the universe creates beauty. This is how galaxies evolve. They are not static, not frozen in time. They are alive, shifting, merging, transforming. Every galaxy you see tonight has been many galaxies before. The Milky Way itself carries this legacy. Our home was shaped by ancient collisions, smaller galaxies drawn in and absorbed over billions of years. And one day, far in the future, it will meet another, our neighbor, Andromeda. Imagine that moment billions of years from now, the night sky of Earth, or whatever world may exist then, will shimmer with new constellations. Andromeda will grow larger and brighter until it fills the sky with light. Then the two galaxies will merge, their stars intermingling, their centers combining to form a single new galaxy, a great luminous spiral, perhaps to be called Milky Way. Breathe deeply, inhale creation, exhale eternity. What feels like chaos to us is harmony to the cosmos. What feels like an ending is only the beginning of another cycle. Even the space between galaxies, the void, is alive in its own quiet way. It carries faint whispers of ancient light, radiation left over from the dawn of time. This glow, the cosmic microwave background, is the after echo of the universe's first breath. It hums gently, filling every inch of space with the memory of creation. You are part of that hum. It vibrates within you. Every atom in your body was once part of that same primordial fire. When you breathe, you are continuing the universe's rhythm, the expansion and contraction of existence itself. Let yourself drift here, a little longer, between galaxies, you are floating in eternity, watching light travel across eons, watching stars live and die in the blink of cosmic time. There is no rush. The galaxies do not hurry. They simply flow, graceful, endless, serene. Now, slowly, turn your gaze outward. Beyond the galaxies you can see, beyond even the cosmic web itself, there are mysteries yet untouched, regions of space still expanding, worlds unformed, energies we do not yet understand. In the next chapter, we will drift into those mysteries, into the strange and silent realm of dark matter and dark energy, the unseen forces that shape everything we know. But for now, close your eyes, breathe slowly, feel yourself floating in the vast ocean between galaxies. You are not lost. You are part of the tide, a wave in the great sea of the universe, moving gently, forever, through the quiet, endless night. Chapter 18, The Invisible Symphony. Take a deep breath, let it flow slowly through you. With every exhale, feel yourself dissolve a little more into the stillness. Now, imagine drifting beyond the light, past the shining arms of galaxies, past the glowing nebula, and the glittering dust. You are entering the realm of the unseen, the quiet domain that holds the universe together. Out here, light fades, but gravity remains. What you are floating through is not empty space, but a vast, invisible structure, the unseen architecture of reality. This is the universe's hidden music, a silent composition played not by stars or planets, but by something far stranger, something we cannot see. Scientists call it dark matter. It neither shines nor reflects. It does not glow. It does not burn. It simply is, a quiet, invisible presence woven through everything. Take a slow breath in. Picture the galaxies you've seen, their spirals, their arms, their glittering centers. Now imagine that they are not drifting freely, but are being held gently by vast halos of dark matter, invisible spheres that cradle them like cupped hands. Without dark matter, those galaxies would fly apart. Their stars would scatter into the cold of space. But dark matter, unseen, unmeasurable, except by its pull, keeps them whole. It is the silent guardian of creation. Even here, in this place beyond time and light, you are surrounded by it. Every breath you take, every atom you know, floats within the soft, unseen web of this cosmic mystery. And yet, it is not alone. Take another deep, slow breath. Now imagine something even more elusive, a force not of attraction, but of expansion. It does not bind the universe together, it pushes it apart. This we call dark energy. It fills the vast spaces between galaxies, driving them away from one another, faster and faster, as if the universe itself is taking long, slow breath, inhaling creation, exhaling distance. You can almost feel it now, the slow outward drift, the eternal unfolding. It is not chaos, it is balance, a perfect dance between gravity's embrace and expansion's release. Dark matter pulls, dark energy pushes, and between those two cosmic forces, the visible universe, stars, planets, life finds its delicate place. Breathe gently. Inhale gravity. Exhale expansion. You are part of that balance. Every heartbeat, every thought is another vibration in the invisible symphony of existence. Scientists have searched for dark matter in laboratories, in deep mountain caverns, in the quiet of the Antarctic ice. They have built detectors that listen for whispers of invisible particles. But so far, it remains silent, a ghost that never reveals its form. Still, its presence is undeniable. Galaxies spin too quickly. Light bends too sharply, and the patterns of the cosmic web make sense only if something unseen is shaping it to all. Take another slow, steady breath. There is a lesson in this silence. Even the things we cannot see can define the shape of everything. Even what seems invisible can be the most powerful of all. Perhaps that is true not only of the cosmos, but of us, invisible forces, love, thought, memory, hope, shape our inner worlds the same way dark matter shapes galaxies. The unseen gives structure to the seen. Pause here for a moment. Let that thought settle like starlight on still water. The mysteries of the universe are not distant from you. They are reflected within you. You are made of visible matter. Yes, atoms, molecules, light. But you are also made of the unseen, of thoughts, of emotions, of the quiet force that pulls your life together. The universe is not divided, It is one continuous song of matter and energy, light and darkness, seen and listen muscle, and you can almost hear it, the hum of the cosmos, not with your ears, but with your being. It is the sound of galaxies held by gravity, of space stretching softly outward. It is the song of the invisible. Now imagine looking back over the great web of galaxies, each one glowing softly, each one held by the unseen. From this height, the universe looks like a vast glowing brain, filaments of light pulsing gently, clusters firing like neurons. Perhaps in some grand way, the universe itself is alive, thinking, dreaming, expanding through time. Take a deep, slow breath. Let yourself drift through that thought. You are part of this living cosmos, a fleeting note in an endless harmony. The mysteries of dark matter and dark energy remind us that there will always be more to discover, more to wonder, more to feel. They are the gentle reminder that not everything must be known to be beautiful. Some truths are meant to be felt, not solved. As the invisible symphony continues to play, you drift quietly onward. The galaxies shimmer softly in the distance. The fabric of space stretches and breathes around you, and you, a small bright thought in an infinite mind, float peacefully between the known and the unknown. In the next chapter, we will follow that thought further into the heart of creation itself, into the birthplaces of stars, where clouds of dust and light give rise to the brilliance that fills the universe with life. For now, breathe one last time in and feel the unseen currents move through you. You are not separate from them. You are them, an invisible part of an invisible song, eternal and endlessly beautiful. Chapter 19, The Birth of Stars. Take a slow, deep breath. Let it fill you with warmth, the kind of warmth that lives at the center of every star. Now exhale gently. With that breath, imagine drifting inward through the glowing arms of a spiral galaxy toward a dark cloud of dust and gas, a place where creation hides in shadow. At first, it looks empty, but in the quiet depths of that cloud, something extraordinary is happening. Tiny particles, hydrogen, helium, trace elements of the past, are gathering, falling toward each other, pulled together by gravity's patient hand. The darkness begins to shimmer, the cloud trembles, and somewhere deep inside, a spark of light begins to form. Take another deep breath. This is how stars are born, not in explosions, but in stillness and collapse. A slow, inevitable gathering of matter until the pressure becomes too much to bear. Then, suddenly, light awakens. Hydrogen atoms fuse together, releasing the same energy that once burst forth at the dawn of the universe. A star is born. It opens its radiant eyes to the cosmos, and the darkness around it softly glows with new life. Breathe with it now. Inhale as the cloud gathers. Exhale as the light expands. You are breathing in rhythm with the creation of worlds. Stars are not rare, they are everywhere. In every corner of the universe, countless clouds are collapsing, turning darkness into brilliance. Each one carries its own story, its own family, famine planets, its own chance for life. Some stars are small and gentle, burning cool and red, lasting for trillions of years. Others are massive and wild, blue giants that burn with intensity, living fast, dying young. But all of them, no matter their size or age, are bound by the same law, the endless cycles of creation and transformation. When a star forms, it brings with it a family, a swirling disk of dust and gas that orbits its newborn light. Inside that disk, tiny grains collide and cling together. They become pebbles, then rocks, then worlds. Take a deep breath again. You are now drifting through one of those disks. Golden dust sparkles all around you. You can almost feel the faint tug of gravity, drawing matter into spheres, rounding chaos into harmony. One day, these glowing rings will become planets. Some will be barren, some frozen, some fiery, but one, perhaps only one, will be just right. Its distance from its sun, its chemistry, its temperature, all perfectly balanced for life. That was how our story began, billions of years ago, in a corner of an ordinary galaxy. A star like many others ignited. Around it swirled a disk of dust and light, and within that disk, tiny pieces of matter began to gather, dust into stone, stone into planet, planet into home. That home became Earth, and from that point on, the universe began to awaken in a new way. Pause here for a moment. Let that truth rest in you like a gentle heartbeat. Every atom in your body was once part of a star. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in your lungs, all were forged in the heart of ancient suns. You are stardust, remembering itself. When you breathe the remnants of stars long dead. When you think, the light of the universe thinks through you. You are the echo of creation, still resonating in the quiet of your own mind. Take another deep breath. Feel the warmth in your chest. That is what a star feels when it's born. That is the same fire that lights the galaxy. Stars live long lives. Some fade gently, like candles burning to the end of their wax. Others end in magnificent deaths, supernovae that outshine entire galaxies for a moment, flinging their inner elements across space. Those ashes become new stars, new worlds, new life. Nothing in the universe is lost. Everything transforms. Every ending gives birth to a beginning. Even now, somewhere in the depths of space, a new star is flickering into being. Its light will take millions of years to reach us, but it has already begun its journey, a message from the future, a whisper from creation itself. Take another breath. Imagine that light traveling through time, through space, through the dark between galaxies. And one day, perhaps far from now, that light will touch the eyes of another being, another mind, another version of us, who will look up and wonder, where did it all begin? The answer will always be the same. It began here, in the stillness, in the gathering, in the quiet spark of light that became everything. The stars are not distant strangers. They are family. They are our ancestors. They are the living, burning proof that from darkness, light will always find a way to return. Now breathe softly. Let that warmth stay with you. You are the child of stars, the traveler of time, the listener of light. And as you drift through the quiet night, remember somewhere, deep in the cosmic sea, another star is being born, and with it, the story begins again. In the next chapter, we will follow that story home to the tiny blue world that formed from stardust and silence and became a place of oceans, forests, and thought. But for now, rest. Let the stars breathe through you. You are part of their endless, gentle fire. Chapter 20, The Cosmic Homecoming. Take one last deep breath. Feel the air move through you, softly, slowly, as though the universe itself is breathing with you. You are floating still, drifting through the ancient darkness, But now ahead of you, a small blue world begins to appear, a pale glimmering marble, bathed in light, wrapped in clouds, alive with oceans and wind. That world is home. After our long journey through galaxies, after witnessing the birth of stars and the dance of light, we arrive back at the place where stardust remembers itself, Earth, the planet that learned to look back at the stars and wonder where it came from. Imagine hovering above it now. From this distance, you see no borders, no noise, no struggle, only peace. White swirls of cloud curl over vast blue seas, and the continents rest beneath them like painted fragments of time. It is quiet here, and breathtakingly small, and infinitely precious. Take another gentle breath. You are made of this world, and yet you are also made of the stars that gave it birth. The atoms in your hands were forged in suns that died before Earth was even formed. Every element that makes you real, every shimmer in your eyes, every beat of your heart was once light in the sky. You are the bridge between heaven and matter, between the infinite and the intimate, between the vast and the living. Let that thought rest softly in your chest. The cosmos does not exist apart from you. It exists through each thought, each dream, each act of kindness ripples back into the same universe that gave you form. Now picture, for a moment, the galaxies we've visited, the spiral arms of the Milky Way, the silent clouds of gas where stars are born, the dark matter that binds them all together, each one spinning endlessly, each one containing billions of suns, and each one perhaps carrying life of its own. And still, out of all of that vastness, you are here, a moment of awareness in an ocean of eternity, the universe observing itself through your eyes. Pause now. Listen. Can you hear it? That soft hum deep inside everything. It's not just the sound of space, it's the heartbeat of existence itself. It's the echo of the Big Bang, still whispering through every atom, still expanding, still reaching, still unfolding the great story of being. Take a slow exhale. You have traveled across the galaxies tonight. You've floated among stars, walked in the quiet of cosmic nurseries, and looked into the heart of creation. And yet, you end here, in the soft glow of Earth's atmosphere, feeling the warmth of life on your skin. The journey of the cosmos is your own. You are not separate from it. You are its continuation, the latest chapter in its eternal story. The universe grew eyes to see itself through you, ears to listen, a heart to feel, and a voice to wonder. When you gaze at the night sky, you're not looking out. You're looking back, back to where it all began, back to the light that first dared to shine, back to the atoms that still hum within you. Take one more deep breath. Feel the starlight within you glow just a little bright. You have come full circle from the silence before time to the light of galaxies, to the birth of stars, and finally to the gentle rhythm of life on everything you are. Edinburgh, you see, is a part of that same endless flow, a cosmic tide that has been moving for nearly 14 billion years. And though we've drifted far tonight, the truth is simple. We have never left home, for the cosmos itself is home. Every galaxy, every nebula, every star, every thought, all belong to one infinite whole. Let that realization settle over you like the quiet after a long day. You are safe in the arms of the universe. You are a breath in its song, a flicker in its fire, a heartbeat in its endless dream. Now, close your eyes. The galaxies will keep spinning, the stars will keep shining, and the universe, patient, eternal, beautiful, will keep unfolding its story. Drift gently into that thought. Let the cosmos cradle you as you float softly through the quiet of space. The sleepy scientist will watch over the stars tonight, and somewhere, light years away, a new galaxy will be born. Good night, traveler of starlight. Rest now, and may your dreams drift among the galaxies. Epilogue. The Eternal Drift. The stars have quieted their songs, once shimmering with newness, fade softly into the background hum of the universe. And yet, if you listen, really listen, you can still hear them. A vibration that feels almost like breath, a lullaby sung in the language of gravity and time. Take a deep breath in, let it move through you slowly, as if your lungs are expanding with the very air of the cosmos. Now exhale gently, fully, and let your thoughts drift like starlight, soft and endless. You are weightless, you are ancient, you are part of everything that has ever. Imagine yourself floating, not through a single galaxy, but through the ocean of all galaxies, clusters upon clusters, shimmering filaments of light woven across the cosmic web. From here, the universe looks like a living thing, a vast pulsing organism of stars breathing in rhythm with creation itself. Every spark of light is a heartbeat, every shadow a pause between breath, and somewhere in one small corner of it all, a single world spins slowly, bathed in sunlight, dreaming beneath the stars. That world is ours, and we, you, me, everyone who has ever lived, are its voice. Take another breath. With every inhale, you are drawing in the remnants of ancient suns. With every exhale, you are giving yourself back to the cosmos. It's a conversation older than language, older than life itself. For the universe does not end. It flows from one form to another, from light to matter, from thought to silence. Even as stars die, their light continues to travel, crossing the vastness of time, touching new worlds, awakening new eyes. And so, in some quiet way, the stars never truly fade. They simply become something new, a planet, person, a dream. Perhaps the universe has always longed to know itself, and so it became us, stardust with consciousness, atoms arranged just perfectly enough to wonder where they came from. That wonder, the soft ache of curiosity in your chest, is the universe remembering its creation, looking back upon itself and whispering, I am here. Let that truth settle over you like starlight. You are not just in the universe, you are of it. Every heartbeat, every thought, every spark of emotion is made from the same energy that shaped galaxies. You are the cosmos, dreaming of itself. Now breathe again, slowly, gently. Feel the calm spread through you, from your fingertips to your mind, until you are still. Outside, the universe will continue its slow, patient dance. Galaxies will drift apart, new stars will be born, old ones will fade, and the cycle will continue forever. But tonight, you have seen it. You've journeyed through the quiet heart of creation, through the cradle of galaxies and the fire of stars, and you've returned home, carrying a piece of that eternal story within you. So as you rest now, remember, you are light slowed into being. You are time folded into awareness. You are the whisper of the universe, learning how to dream. Let go, float, rest among the stars. And when the dawn comes and the first rays of sunlight touch your skin, know this, the same light that shines upon you once burned in the hearts of 1,000 suns. You are not small. You are not separate. You are infinite. This is where our story pauses, not an ending, but a quiet continuation. For as long as there are stars, as long as light travels and hearts wonder, the sleepy scientist will drift on through time, through space, through the gentle hum of the ever expanding universe. Sleep well, traveler of the cosmos. Your journey is only beginning.